And the verdict is in.
Hey there, the feckless father of the year, Brian McKnight, recently shared to his more than 500,000 Instagram followers he was awarded $8.8 million in damages and punitive damages after suing his ex-wife. I'm Antoine, just here to report the news. Shame on you, Mr. McKnight. I don't want no smoke with nobody.
It's been a long journey getting to this day, October 16th, 2025, but we are here in the English countryside, about an hour and a half outside of London, and the verdict is in. We've been quiet, listening to liars continue to lie and keeping to ourselves, living and loving our life, as we said, leaving everything in God's hands and letting our lawyer do the talking. But according to the courts, trying to ruin my name and trying to bring harm to my family in a book filled with lies equals $8.8 million. And this is just the beginning, because anyone and everyone that helped promote these lies will hear from my lawyer in the days to come. No weapon formed against us shall prosper.
Although the Grammy-nominated singer did detail the lawsuit attached to the reward, Brian played a voicemail that appeared to be from his former spouse, Julie McKnight. Julie, if McKnight ain't your maiden name, give it back to the man. Anything attached to Brian at this point is worthless, allegedly. Julie McKnight is the mother of Brian's estranged sons, Brian McKnight Jr. and Nico McKnight, who sadly passed away back in May following a lengthy battle with cancer.
Now, from my voicemail is the voice of a liar.
Do not text Nico again. Do not call Nico again. Leilani, if you are also checking these messages, that goes for you as well. I am very serious about this. Do not text him, period. Please understand that. And Brian, you know me. You know me. And you know that I mean what I'm saying to you.
The now viral post from Big Brian was made on his late son's Nico's first heavenly birthday. Lil Brian is now calling out his estranged daddy on what seems to be an intentional act of pettiness. Allegedly.
I've tried really, really hard to not touch on, to let it go, to be the bigger person, to be mature, to be something. But there's going on with my dad right now, man. If y'all aren't seeing what's happening, if y'all aren't seeing the fact that this is just a very hurt and a very emotionally unavailable and not intelligent person, the person that is still have not been able to handle the death of his own mother, the things that we're seeing him go through right now, to decide to make certain posts on my late brother's birthday. Say what you want, dog, but the gloves are off for me, just to keep it real. And the thing about it is, it's like, I get it, man. You know, our parents, they're humans too. They've gone through things too. Whatever the grievances they have against each other, whatever. My issue is, though, man, you don't want me to start talking about the things that I had to deal with in my childhood, the things that I will take to my grave, the things that my brother took to his grave, that we could put out there, the things that we could say as a son, as a teenager, as a 15-year-old that my brother was when we started touring, the things that we went through together, the things that we actually saw, the things that we actually lived with and dealt with because our dad wasn't emotionally intelligent enough nor mature enough to actually be a father. And without even getting too deep, man, it's like to do it on my brother's late birthday, my baby brother's heavenly birthday, his first heavenly birthday. This is the post you decide to make? That's not petty? You don't think people are going to realize that that's ridiculous and that it's obviously strategic? Who are you trying to hurt if it's not me and my mother and our family? Who are you trying to hurt? Who are you trying to hurt, man? Which has always been my issue. Which is why way back when that started all this, I made the post that I made, because I knew that this was the only thing that would get you, man. Maybe that was my fault. I've taken accountability for it. But it's become obviously clear And maybe not even just me. And I'm hoping to the masses that we're dealing with someone that has unchecked trauma that they're not dealing with. And to everybody else, man, use us as an example for the fact that it's like, don't believe everything you see in the media either. There are multiple sides of a story. There are multiple sides of it. You know what I mean? Because you love this music, because you think you know this, you don't. I do. My mama does. My dead bro, God rest his soul, knows him. Who you gonna believe, man? Stupid. It's petty. I hate it. I hate talking about it. I hate being a part of it. It's such a shame. We watched the Jonas Brothers and their families touring the world together. Should have been us. The problem was, my dad didn't want to do it. He just wanted to. So in closing, man, just to keep it real, this isn't the last time I'm going to talk about this, because I've realized that maybe it's time for me to start talking about this kind of stuff. Maybe it's time for me to start not airing out, but being vulnerable enough and open enough as someone that has lived an insane life. I'm going to start talking about these things, man. It's unfortunate that we're going through this with my father. It's unfortunate that y'all are watching my father and my mother duke it out publicly. But what I can assure you is, though, the truth will be revealed. You'll feel it. You'll know it to be true. If you actually have a heart, if you actually have a soul, and you at the very least try, you'll see the truth.
It is and has been a lot when it comes to Brian McKnight and his family, be it the estranged side or the loving side. I want the loving side to understand one thing, and that's to take a look at the big picture. If this man did it once, he'll do it again. They say the clock is ticking, Leilani. As his current wife, the children you brought into this marriage that Brian McKnight treats as his own, ain't nothing wrong with it, but he act like those children are his. Brian, them ain't your kids. And the child y'all share together, they say it's only a matter of time before the family unit is also estranged, allegedly. But on a real note, as a community, we are dealing with a lot at this hour. We are mourning the loss of a true pioneer, R&B soul singer D'Angelo. Personally, I still ain't over Rolling Race, so you know I ain't got time for Brian or the McKnight. Big Brian, the people say you are uncivilized. This was all unnecessary. And if you were to ask me, it's beyond unwarranted. And here we are, minding our everyday people life, dragged into another family group chat, unsolicited. We don't care about the 8, the point, or the 8. Understandably so. People will still fly down and fly up escalators to hear this man sing and perform their favorite songs, but Brian McKnight could not get $1 out of me. If the concert was free, I might be there, but you know what I'm saying. Brian McKnight, Big Brian, Little Brian, and Miss Julie McKnight, for the sake of us, give this man back his last name. What in the anime bullet Tina Turner is going on? You two have a late son that has gone on to be with the Lord. No matter what, can this kid's legacy live on in a good way, in a positive light? His parents are going back and forth online in the courts. Leave us, the people, out of it and leave it off of the internet. I know it's easier said than done, but we don't want to be involved. But if you know Brian McKnight like I know Brian McKnight from what I've seen here on this good old internet, it ain't over. We're keeping a close eye on this developing story. I'm Antoine. Just here to report the news. I don't want no smoke with nobody.